making it lovely and well color coordinated. It's going to be our teal Protoss. It's Socke. So definitely haven't seen him for a while in StarCraft 2, but maybe he's enjoying Legacy of the Void quite a lot. It's revitalized it for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, he probably missed, you know, the good old EPS, aka now Meisterschaft, quite a bit. Being a Heroes player as of late, you know, you always miss the previous game that you played quite a bit at some points.
Yeah.
Not everybody comes back, but even though it's StarCraft, you know, and there is rust when you stop playing for some time, if you choose to come back and you put in the practice, you can always gain a very good level back. So maybe it was very tempting for him to try and play again in Legacy of the Void and score himself some money here if he can.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think it's top 4 is in the money throughout all of this. Do you still miss Warcraft 3? Is that a thing that you miss?
Sometimes, but it's just so long away and I have a bad memory, so I barely even remember what the game was like.
Okay. I actually just saw that there was a tweet about some Warcraft 3 tournament that's going on right now, like 8-man Korea, 8-man China. I'm not even sure, but...
Yeah, there's a few here and there.
Yeah, I saw that Moon was playing, but...
Yes, actually, it's crazy, like the amount of guys that have been playing forever that are still playing.
Yeah.
But to be honest, even in StarCraft here, like these guys now, StarCraft 2 have been playing for years.
That's true.
Socke, Brood Dwarf veteran.
Yeah.
And Hero Marine, one guy that we can't really call anymore, you know, as much a young kid as he used to be, and also like a newcomer on the scene that could do some damage because we've already seen him do this very damage in some of the tournaments here that he's played in, so...
Yeah, I remember when Hero Marine came along into the EPS Meisterschaft, he actually came in and almost won his first season because he was at that boundary where he was changing from 15 to 16 years old and then could finally play. So since he's been able to be playing and eligible, he has been very, very strong in this tournament. And he opened up with a Reaper, which is on the way.
I thought it's not Meisterschaft. I thought it's Meisterschaft.
Meisterschaft. I can pronunciate it a little bit more aggressively if you really want. Like,
can you say something in German? Like, das ist die Meisterschaft.
Hallo und willkommen. Das ist diese Meisterschaft. Ja. I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. I don't think it's diese. So, die.
All right, with the Stargate here from Socke, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some, at least one Oracle come out here, out of this usually. And that's the beauty, really, of having Adepts, is that you don't need to rush for a Mothership Core, because those are going to be able to guard your base very, very nicely with their massive damage early on against any kind of unit that could try to sneak in.
Yeah, this Reaper's having a bit of a hard time. He's going to try and sneak around the left-hand side here. The Adept, though, already does spot it, and a second Adept as well will confirm that denial there as the
surrounded.
Shoot it! Oh, one more shot.
Sick juke.
Yeah, not too bad to keep that alive, but he definitely wants that information.
Much better than Cologne FC's football tricks here.
Oh, I wouldn't have a clue, actually. Now that,
Me neither.
I'd love to go to a game sometime, because I imagine, I'm not that much into football, but I imagine it'll be quite the nice atmosphere. A lot of drunk atmosphere, I imagine, as well, but...
Yeah, I heard you went to a concert not too long ago.
Oh, no, don't you
loved
even
it and you danced like crazy.
Oh, God.
Quick third from Socke, which when you open with one, and in this case even a second Oracle like this, can be really good as long as you don't take any damage early on and you somehow realize what you're up against. And in this case, it's going to have to be through the Oracle here to try and do some damage, but there is Marines in position in the natural.
Yeah, they're going to be able to take that down pretty quickly if it sticks around for too long. Already got himself 1 or 2 kills there, just the one in fact, but we'll have to dart on out. The Reaper didn't get any scout off of that Stargate, but I mean, now that it saw the Oracle over there, he was already well prepared anyway.
Where's the Liberator?
Ooh, Liberator. Is there one already out on the field, or
did he... What? Oh, no, okay, no, he's just about to come out. I thought he cancelled for a second. I was like, well, why can't I find it? But on this map, Liberators are really, really good. Now, it depends where Hero Marine's going to send it. The fact that there is already a Stargate, Socke can get some kind of Phoenix to make sure he can patrol that around his base, because even if you're ready and you got a couple units out on the map, if one of those Liberators reaches your mineral line and starts sieging it, it's very hard to see it instantly, and you start losing very important probes, but okay, that was not good. Yep,
good little position there by Hero Marine.
It's a Void Ray?
What the? It is a Void Ray. What's happening? Is this actually, does he know that a Liberator is on the way? Is this the right answer? Surely a Phoenix would be fine, right?
I mean, the Void Ray also does a lot of damage and takes out a Liberator at a decent rate, but Could be for an attack. I don't think so, though. Even though Socke is going for resonating glaives already and armor upgrades.
Yep, getting
Socke,
nice and quick.
the fact that, you know, he's not been necessarily that active, and even, like, you know, mentioned it, that he's playing on a laptop and all that, this might change his game plan. He might be thinking he needs to go for some kind of 3-base massive all-in attack to try and kill his opponent here. So we could see something like that.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, Marine has proved, even against people like Showtime, who are very much so on the top of that international level at the moment in StarCraft 2, that he can really hold his own. So you're right, Socke might be a little bit worried as to letting this go further against Hero Marine. And Hero Marine even showed in the previous cup that he was not afraid to go against Protoss that far. But, no, we will have this initial Void Ray on the left-hand side, positioned in case a Liberator is to come along. Likewise, the Oracle on the right is going to keep good tabs on it over there as well. Where is the Liberator? Oh, they're both actually just here, chilling out at the front. So Marine is setting himself up defensively across a 3-base situation, and it's very difficult actually for Protoss to ever shut that down. Surely you need like a Warp Prism or something to get in there at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Like, the thing is, though, from the moment there is a certain amount of Liberators down on the map, it's very, very hard to win those fights. And by the look of things, Hero Marine has no intention to play very, very aggressive here. You can get Tempest, sure, but when Terran's going to attack into you, as long as the micro-ride don't rush in too crazily into Storms, it's going to be really tough to win the fight properly. And the fact that also Socke is kind of rushing, you know, for those Tempests right now with the multiple Stargate and the Fleet Beacon. As much as he's going to get Storm, he's not going to have either Colossus or Disruptor, I think. So it's going to be very hard for him to win the fight on the ground. Sure, his air units can do well, but that's not always enough.
I was going to say this is a lot quicker than I was expecting to see out of him. Normally you see Protoss taking those Stargates and Fleet Beacon a little bit slower to deal with this. Doesn't realize that there's a Stasis Ward there, but he will trigger it with just one Marine, so that is nice at least for Marine.
Socke already thinking about taking a 4th base there. Tempest production on the way. Ghost Academy is going to start now. That's very important, especially with how passive Hero Marine has been playing. The fact that he's going to be facing Storm could change a lot. And nice pickup here.
Yeah, moving in, at least shutting down this location is okay. Even getting another pylon with the Photon Overcharge onto it, and I'll just retreat on out for now. But he basically, Hero Marine is going towards that very scary style that we saw Happy utilize very strongly. Oh, and he even spots the Water Prism on the left-hand side. But if he gets up to the amount of Liberators and Ghosts that he wants, surely he's going to be in such a comfortable spot.
I mean, the thing is, though, if he's facing a lot of Tempest and then Socke gets, you know, a good defensive setup with lots of cannons, overcharges, and high Templars all over the place, it's still very hard for Hero Marine to attack properly into that. Socke's actually skipping on upgrades for the most parts a lot. You know, he got ground armor level 1, then went straight into shields. And on the other side, we have double eBay. So in terms of upgrades, Hero Marine should be able to completely take off with the huge leads in a moment here.
Grabs himself a Zealot. Still doesn't really know fully about all of this production at the back here for, from Socke. And
that Void Ray on the left is really cool. Not only it would kill a Liberator if it came by to try and fly into the natural, but even Medivacs dies so fast to Void Rays with prismatic alignment.
Yeah, and if they don't have boost at the right time, he potentially not even unload any units actually going into that location. And even then, you don't really want to go into the natural. It's likely to be very, very close to where the army is from Protoss. So it's tough stuff. That's a lot of Liberators he has, though. Jeez.
Usually, you know, you need Tempest to face the Liberators, but you don't usually really mass Tempests. So Socke here, he might be going into full Hasiops mode, where like he's like, all right, you know what? I don't think I can beat this guy with either an all-in or a standard game. I'm just going to mass cannon and Tempest and then hope he just at some point attacks into me. I can storm his entire army and then I just win from there. But like I said, it's really, really tough to deal with this kind of Terran army. And right now, Hero Marine's already moving out and he means business here.
Yep, he sees all of those Tempests as well. He's going to set up the Liberation zones forwards towards this base to actually zone out these locations. And actually, some of the Liberators aren't even sieged up in their position at all. So a lot of his bio died there for a moment, and he didn't kill any of the Tempests.
Yeah, that attack was bad.
Yeah.
It was just plain bad. And on the other side, we've got Adepts sneaking into the mineral lines here, starting to kill SCVs left and right.
Nope, one will get cleaned up by a Widowmine, but you're right. I mean, this isn't too bad at all. He got himself 11 workers during all of this. Oh my god, he is going carriers. Socke, how are you getting away with this? This is crazy. He's got already so many Tempests to keep himself safe.
Well, the thing is, and also like he has Storm. How are you supposed to counter this? Like, you're supposed to mass Vikings? I don't know. Mass Vikings or mass Marines, both of those units die really hard against Storms.
Yeah. This is crazy. Graviton Catapult on the way as well. It's going to make the carriers a little stronger during all of this. And, well, there's a huge drop from Marine coming around the side. I think he's trying to just exploit the fact that these Tempests are a little bit slower.
Yeah, but there is 4 cannons in the main. And there is a trap as well.
Oh my god.
The Stasis Ward. He's going to drop...
Oh, he dropped a few units on it onto already, which is going to leave those kind of isolated and dead very, very quickly after this is all worn out. And I mean, these
there's a High Templar at the the 4th base. Socke is gonna storm.
Grab some storms on towards some of that bio and actually cleans up quite a bit of it. And even stasis wards at the same time. He is trying to hold on here. He's trying to gun down that Stargate. Might force the cancellation of that carrier. And he will get one at least and get away.
Socke messed up a little bit. He could have cleaned up a little bit faster here. And he's still ahead in supply here though. And with an earlier 5th base, he's got pylons everywhere across the map and a War Prism in position to start doing some harassment in the main of Hero Marine here in a second if he wants to.
Jeez.
2 more Stargates being added on.
Oh my god, he's not gonna give up on this. I mean, his 4th base is on the way up to the left-hand side. This is a crazy game.
The Void Ray, by the way, on the bottom right, changed location. He's like, oh, you want to drop through there? I'll see you again.
Yep. The Adept's going to get cleaned up down here as well, so at least Hero Marine is keeping his tabs on that, but Socke is in the lead in Army.
Yeah. Very late air upgrades, by the way, by Socke here. Considering he was going mass air for a very long time, he's only now about to complete +1.
I mean, how does Terran actually deal with this, though? Surely he has to get a lot of anti-air himself with the Vikings, etc., but...
Vikings and Marines are great against this kind of mass air, but it all comes down to can he dodge the storms, can he make sure that he's going to be able to EMP all of the High Templars, and to be honest, there is not that many High Templars. It's 6 right now, but only 1 Ghost for Hero Marine, so he needs to wait for more Ghosts. The thing is, the more he waits, the more army Socke is going to have, the more cannons, the more High Templars spread out he's going to have as well, and now... Just a second ago, it was 6 High Templars. It's now 9.
Yeah,
that number is rising.
It's just a game of imperfect information for Hero. He didn't.
Oh, the Void Ray!
What did he find?
He's gonna have some work here finally.
Oh.
Been waiting for his moment the entire game.
Pull back there for a moment as well. Good revelation on towards some of these Vikings as well. It makes it easier for the Tempest to get on top of them. And actually, the Void Ray, he's not going to find his targets, I don't think. Oh. Nope.
Oh, that poor guy.
Oh, boost on through. Hero Marine here sensing blood around the back. We'll try and drop in and get quite a bit of damage done. But obviously this base is one of the ones that isn't mining as much. Kills off some of those supporting units as well.
If he killed the Cybercore, actually, that would delay the upgrades even more. Even though Socke is not even really using that here right now. I would have loved to see a Dark Shrine at this point in the game with how rich Socke is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, the Void Ray!
Oh, poor Void Ray. He goes down.
So sick. Wait the entire game to do something.
There's just fighting all over the place. There was Adepts in that mineral line. This mineral line is still being attacked, but that medevac very, very close to death will get away. There was a slight movement up towards here for Hero Marine as well.
There was a couple of Adepts in his 4th base, but he sniped them with the Ghosts before they could get away. And a couple of Command Centers are actually starting extra.
Oh.
Socke is moving out, really?
Yeah, lost his Oracle though, so he can't revelate anything, which means that he's going to have to pull away for a moment. He can't get full maximum efficiency out of those Tempests just yet without revelation.
The Observer spots the army. It's really sad actually that he has sentries right now. Storm's going to be very important and feedback potentially on these Ghosts.
That's a lot of Vikings. They're all just shooting at Interceptors at the moment though, not really going for the full engagement against the Carriers. The Carriers aren't actually dying. Storms will come in against a lot of this Bioforce. Now one of the Carriers goes down though. There's actually no more Interceptors left. This is really causing a lot of problems here for Socke. And the Bio on the floor, you're completely right, Todd, from before. It's done so much damage.
Yeah. There are a couple Storms hit, but there was enough here for Hero Marine. In terms of upgrades, he's just so far ahead that I think he's going to be able to crush through this army and win this game.
Wow. What a game to start off today. 3-2-2 in upgrades overall here for Marine against the 1-2-1. Not much of which was benefiting that air army because it's only +1 weapons. But there you go, GG. Marine will take the first game. What a way to start. All right, we're going on to Orbital Shipyard as we jump on in. Down to the bottom, we have our blue Terran. He is 1 game up. It's Hero Marine. And up to the north, we have our Teal Protoss returning after one victory in the major just below the Meisterschaft. It is Socke. All he had to do was win one, and he was back on in.
Why are you rushing the intros like this?
Is that a rushed intro?
Yeah.
So
imagine
next time.
it's the Intel Extreme Masters, and we're very late in the tournaments.
I
So
mean,
come on, give me those intros.
look, the fact that I can just see a wall in front of me isn't quite the same as having a crowd of hundreds of people, I'll be honest.
The fact that it's Orbital Shipyard, by the way, it's going to make it very easy for both players to expand early on, not just in terms of first expand, but second one as well. So wouldn't be surprised if we actually head into a similar type of game that we saw with passive play at first, but then this time around, if Socke realizes that he's not going to be able to win with a super passive style, definitely wouldn't be surprised if he went for something like a 3-base this time around.
No doubt Hero Marine's going to be looking for shenanigans. He will get himself a Reaper to start things off and scout on around. Because Socke, he went for a very greedy playstyle, wasn't able to finish off Hero Marine in a longer drawn-out game. Socke might switch things up, you know? He might try something a bit more aggressive. That's what he's normally known for, or at least kind of more leaning towards in the past.
I mean, yeah, he had the opener with the Stargate that didn't do that much last game. He, I guess, did a little bit, and behind this, he allowed him to go into more Stargate units quickly, and he had some map control with it too, but I feel like he needs something a little bit more drastic, maybe some kind of Robo Adept drop to try and do some little bit of damage. Some kind of early game lead is what he needs, I think, against somebody like Hero Marine, who's just overall seems to be better right now.
Time to have a look around for Mr. Hero Marine. Sees an expansion, which gives him good security and solace back home. Even the probe's coming home, so at least he keeps good tabs on that.
His SCV's locked out from his wall.
Is it?
He actually went in a corner to raise the depot.
Poor little fella.
And 2 more racks going down.
Ooh, he actually did this before against Showtime in the previous tournament, I believe, and hit quite a crisp timing with, I think it was 2 Marauders and a few Marines to try and put on some pressure.
Yeah.
But realistically, how well could it work here? Like,
it depends on what build Socke goes for. A lot of the time, you can anticipate Terran to be, decently greedy. Ooh, Robo going down now. DT drop?
Might be. That Twilight Council on the left-hand side.
Either Dark Templar drop or Resonating Glaives with a couple of gateways and some adepts being dropped. Could be, I mean, I mentioned how I think he needs to do something like this here, though, Socke, because if he just plays standard, if he doesn't play aggressive at all, and doesn't commit to more attacks than he did in the previous game, I don't think he's going to be able to beat Hero Marine, and Dark Shrine's going to go down.
Uh-oh. Well, this Reaper would love to see that up to the top left. He's got to be careful, though, knowing that the Adepts are on patrol.
That's very interesting. Usually, everybody opens with a Cyclone to shut down a War Prism or an Oracle or anything, really. But now, the fact that it's 3 barracks, there is a chance this just right out kills Hero Marine or does a lot of damage. So he's going to have to be careful. He's going to have to somehow kind of see it coming. Maybe you have some Marines on the map. That Reaper, I feel, is unlikely to be able to scout this, but if he jumped into the base of Socke in the right place, a scan definitely, I think, won't hit that Dark Shrine. But we'll see.
Yeah, normally you'd end up scanning around here, seeing what's behind the mineral
he's
line,
gonna jump.
Or even between them.
Maybe on the left?
Where is he? Let's go, Reaper! Let's go. Let's...
Hero Marine is actually moving out, which could be a disaster as well. Like if DTs are dropped in your main when there's no units there, he's gonna jump into the main.
Oh, sees it. Sees it. That's good scouting. And now he just knows to save energy for this push, surely. Because this is still a really, really strong push that he's got coming out. Again, I saw this against Showtime last week. Doesn't quite see that.
Oh, the prism.
Oh, but it sees them at the top.
But there's turrets already. And there's even depots between the main and natural to help if like anything tries to escape.
But what's he gonna? He has to have like defensive DT. Okay, warps in 1.
That's not enough.
No, he could just drop a scan on it. It's right there. Look at it. Okay, now he sees it. That's a defensive DT dead. He needs to warp in another one. But he only has 2 gateways. One gets lowered.
Dropped in the main. Yeah, there's turret. Like I said, he's going to have to get out of there. 3rd base was cancelled here by Socke. That's not the way you want to have this happen.
No, not at all. He doesn't have that many units out as well to deal with this.
Can't even get out.
Charge.
DT's stuck in the main.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, he's trying to get out desperately, but it's not going to work. And the two Adepts at the front, the Photon Overcharge tried to go down, but it didn't help. Dark Templar and Adept get warped in. Marine's going to fall back for now.
Yeah, and it's 45 probes to 42 SCV, so here Marine is just in a great position. Adds on 2 more barracks here before even starting his starport or 3rd CC. Socke has so many minerals. He's not spending anything right now.
Good save. Oop, wants to get his Warp Prism out of there as well.
I think Socke should just drop down like 4 more gates and get resonating glaives.
Yeah.
Even, like, you can't even take a 3rd base here with this because he's just so rich. But he should do like a big Adept drop and warp in follow-up, in my opinion.
Is he going to be able to bust anything here, though?
Double Forge going down.
All right. So it's a plan for the long game for the moment.
Surprising, actually, that he would go for that.
I mean, can he even deny himself dying against 5 barracks worth of production very soon? He needs more, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as he warps in units continuously here from now, because Socke he's gone up to 4 gates in total, so I think he should be alright, especially if he uses his Robo to get a couple Immortals, ideally, but he's getting Blink first.
Alright.
Not necessarily going to help that much.
He just wants to make sure he's on lockdown against any kind of drops that would come along, but even still, Hero Marine is gathering a lot of traction back home. The Dark Templar will fall.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sweet prince. And another one's going to try and get in towards the back, but you might want to just pick that up and run away. Oh no, he's going to stick around.
Pick up.
Yay!
No,
no, that's the wrong way. Oh. Well, he did say he was playing on a laptop.
I don't know if that has much to do with it, but
no, maybe not.
Maybe.
Immortal's on the way as well here for Socke, another Warp Prism, so he can continue to put on the pressure. And I think it's very, very important that he tries to keep Hero Marine back. The thing is, now that he killed that Warp Prism, he is on the move out. He knows that there's no more threats to be hitting him anytime soon.
1-1 started very late, by the way, for Socke, so he's not even going to have that here in the upcoming fight. He's going to, I guess, Blink can help, especially with he's going to have 2 Guardian Shields at least, but this chunk of army here from Hero Marine seems massive in comparison, and the pylons are going to be started late here towards the ramp.
Uh-oh. He needs like force fields or something, anything to buy a little bit of time, but even that's not really going to help. Guardian Shield goes down, but this Bioforce is huge against this.
Yeah, I mean, no Guardian Shield now.
Nope.
He force fielded. Mothership Core dies before it can even overcharge any of these pylons. Hero Marine might just take it here.
Yeah, this is so much. He's warping in some extra units here, which will try and help, and blinking back valiantly to try and hold this off, but even more medevacs. These units have been stimmed across the map, with Dark Templars trying to kill them off at the back, but that will eventually get cleaned up. And a second scan as well. Doesn't even need the money for mules.
Yeah, Hero Marine just went all in here. He never started a 3rd command center, just made a bunch of barracks. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. You open DT, didn't do any damage. I'm just gonna get way too much bio for you to handle. And because those pylons were made late towards the ramp and the Mothership Core got sniped, then now Socke is just gonna die.
Yep. Another Photon Overcharge onto a pylon, but it's all in vain. The double Widow Mines are going to try and reposition themselves while this is going on. Actually walking to the mineral line up towards the top. And he does finally clean up the entire army at the front. He'll do a lot of damage to the economy here, with reinforcements coming along as well.
I like how Socke just like placed his Warp Prism in a natural of Hero Marine. He's like, I'm dead at home. I'll try to kill you first.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. And just
actually, that DT is killing quite a few SCVs.
Is it?
In the natural.
Oh yeah, he's doing alright for himself.
6 already. They're going to be taken out.
Another drop down towards the natural base of Socke. And Socke is looking to, well, unfortunately for him, tap out. There you go, GG. Marine will advance on to the round of 8.
GG.
GG. And that will be it. I almost choked then. For